Your Country 1039 KGRT. Got to be one of my favorites from Chris Young and Aw Nah.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Time for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. By the way, thanks to everybody that stopped by and said hi on Saturday morning when we were out there broadcasting live. It was a whole lot of fun. But now let us talk big game, in particular, halftime shows. Not necessarily yesterday's halftime show. I have nothing against Kendrick Lamar. I actually enjoy a lot of his stuff. But I was thinking, when was the last time that we had a big country Super Bowl halftime show? Yeah, I mean, hey, country musicians and singers get asked all the time to do the anthem. You know, Chris Stapleton did a killer one a couple of years ago. The Chicks, Faith Hill, Garth Brooks, even Charlie Pride did the national anthem Super Bowl VIII way back in the day. But there's only been just one full country halftime show in history. And I believe that was in 1994. Yeah, that's right. 31 years ago. That one featured Clint Black, Tanya Tucker, Travis Tritt, and the Judds, basically when they're all almost in their prime. So, yeah, that was a really good show. I do remember that one. But why haven't we had another one? I mean, if it's the family-friendly thing, I mean, you can't go wrong with some country. And I was thinking to myself, who would do a really, really good country halftime show these days? First one comes to mind, probably Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, right? Jelly Roll would be pretty awesome. Personally, sorry about the cough there. Personally, I think it comes down to two of my favorites, which would be a Kenny Chesney and even a Keith Urban. In fact, a Keith Urban would be an awesome halftime show because he can play that guitar and just burn everything down that way. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Who do you think would be a good country halftime show? Who do you think would do a really good country halftime show? That is our question of the day for today. So go ahead and give me your answers at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. Yeah, let me know, who do you think would do a good country halftime show? You can call in or text in those answers at 575-523-5478 or leave a comment on our social media pages. We are live right now on our Facebook and YouTube pages. In fact, you can go there and we do a little extra online. But yeah, let me know your answers for our question of the day today. Who do you think would do a good country halftime show? Yeah, that is our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. All right, exclusively up on our social media pages right now. And yeah, who do you think would do a really good country halftime show? I am really liking a Kenny Chesney or a Keith Urban or, Garth Brooks would be a killer halftime show for sure. But I think he would have a hard time getting off stage. He really likes that stage stuff. And yeah, and it just blows my mind that it's been 31 years since we've actually had a full country halftime show. I mean, Lainey Wilson would probably kill as well. Or even if you get a Dolly Parton up there with some friends, that would be pretty awesome. I remember her performance in the pregame last year, wasn't it? So, yeah, go ahead. Let me know. What do you think, or who do you think would be a good country artist for a good country halftime show for the big game? Yeah, let me know your answers. Once again, call them in, text them in, and go ahead and leave your answers and comments below for our social media pages. Just got a text message in that said, Reba, how could I forget about Reba? Yeah, Reba McEntire would just kill in a halftime show like that. That would be a lot of fun. So let me know your answers. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on in and around the world. Of course, there's a lot of talk about the big game yesterday. In fact, I think Eagles championship belts that resemble WWE championship belts are selling for like $550. The WWE actually gives the winning team the big winning belt there. Let's see. Eagles players are receiving a $157,000 bonus for winning the big game. Honestly, they should have got a lot more for taking out Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying. And, of course, you may have noticed that fans did boo Taylor Swift when she was shown on the Jumbotron of the Super Bowl And that's why, nobody's a big fan of Eagles fans. Taylor was a little confused and even asked a friend what's going on. Well, they had to let her know. Let's see. Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes wore a green suit to the Super Bowl, and his fashion choice sparked a little social media buzz. Why would he be wearing the colors of the opposite team? Don't know. Always got to cough when something like that happens. And let's see, what else is going on? There's got to be some other news besides the big game yesterday. Oh, yeah. Number one in the box office this weekend, Dogman. I think that's the second week in a row it's been number one. Heart Eyes Love Hurts came in. I think it debuted at 5.8 million. Mufasa's still in the top four there. And let's see. Wow, it's all Super Bowl stuff. By the way, today's Super Bowl Monday. Maybe a lot of people calling into work, depending on how much they celebrated yesterday. But once again, we are looking for your answers for our question of the day today. Who do you think would do a good country halftime show? It's been 31 years since we've had a full country halftime show where all the country artists were featured in the halftime. So, yeah, who do you think would be a good one? Once again, I am sticking with my personal favorite. Probably a Keith Urban halftime show would be awesome. But let me know your answers for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.